Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is MTG Ghoul Dude, and today we're going to be picking back up on Legions with the Digging Up the Past series. And if you're new, welcome to the channel. The Digging Up the Past series is a series I started for the channel. We are going back from alpha to the current sets that we have now, and we're going to be looking into all the zombie cards and also any cards that synergize in the sets with zombie cards as well. So a little bit about Legions. It was our 28th Magic expansion, released on February 3rd, 2003. It was actually noticeable for being the first creature only set in Magic history. It also marked the return of slivers, but we're not here for slivers. We're here for the zombies. So to start us off, we're gonna go with Skin Thinner. Skin Thinner for 1 and a black. It's a 2/1 and it has a morph ability. And it says when it's turned face up, destroy target non-black creature. It can't be regenerated. And its morph cost is 3 and 2 black. And then we have Embalmed Brawler. It almost looks like it looks like it has an extra arm for the shield. It's pretty neat. But for 3, you get a 2/2, and it has Amplify, which Amplify is an ability that says when it comes into play, you put a +1/+1 counter on it for each zombie card you reveal from your hand. And the downside for anything bigger than a 2/2 for 3 is whenever it attacks or blocks, you lose a life for each +1/+1 counter on it. So granted, you're not going to be taking the whole power, but you're still going to be taking a small chunk every time you attack or block with it. Smoke Spew Invoker. For 2 and a black, you get a 3/1. It's a zombie mutant. That's strange. Anyways, it has the ability for 8 mana, 7 and a black. You can give target creature -3/-3 until end of turn. That is such a wonderfully costed ability. I'm kidding, we have things that do way better than that now. Dripping Dead. For 4 and 2 black, you can get a 4/1 that can't block. But whenever it deals combat damage to a creature, you can destroy that creature. It can't be regenerated. This would also go great with a first strike ability attached to it somehow by equipment or like aura, something that gives it first strike. Then we come into the MVP of many a games that I've played, the man itself, the Gem Palm Polluter. Now the casting cost is not something you really worry about. It's a cycling ability, but for the sake of what we do here, for 5 and a black, you get a 4/3. With a cycling ability of 2 black, when you cycle Gem Palm Polluter, you may have target player lose 1 life for each zombie in play. And now, this is not an ability to be taken lightly because any opponent that may have zombies and you can capitalize on this, and you can be like, well, me and you I want to tag team with me and you, and we can take out the rest of this team and we can fight amongst ourselves. As zombie players should do. But you can find a way to give target player death for if both of you have a swarm of zombies on the board. Another personal MVP of mine, Withered Wretch. For 2 black, you get a 2/2, which is a very strange. You get a 2/2 for 2, which back then was actually rare. But it's an uncommon in the set. It's a zombie cleric. For 1 generic mana on just that, you can remove target card in the graveyard from the game. So if you have any pesky graveyard synergy decks besides yourself, just get rid of it. You don't need that. Corpse Harvester. For 3 and 2 black, you get a 3/3. For 1 and a black, you can tap it and sacrifice a creature. You can search for a zombie card and a swamp card and reveal them, put them into your hand, and shuffle your library. So for the low price of tapping this and 2 in a zombie token, or a zombie you don't care about, or a zombie you want to die, you can get another zombie and a swamp. Seems like a pretty good cost for me. Noxious Ghoul. This is another one of those zombie mainstays, because if you can chain off enough zombies, you can wipe the board, your opponent's boards. For 3 and 2 black, you get a 3/3 whenever Noxious Ghoul or another zombie comes into play. Hence, there's no token. Zombie token comes into play. It's just whenever another zombie comes into play. All non-zombie creatures get -1/-1 to end a turn. So, you can really capitalize on being able to swarm the board very fast with zombie tokens. Zombie Brute. For 6 and a black, you get a 5/4 and has Amplify 1. And for every zombie card you reveal, you put a counter on it, and it's a 5 at the base, a 5/4 with trample. In zombie decks, that's not bad. Now the mana cost may be a little restrictive, but it could be worked around. Then we get into our rares, like Ghastly Remains. For 3 black, you get a 0/0 and Amplify 1. So you literally have to amplify it just to be able to keep it on the board. At the beginning of your upkeep, if it's in your graveyard, you may pay 3 black and return it to your hand. I don't know if this would really go into any combos or anything because of how limited it is, but I mean, it is what it is. Now the one card I am never responsible enough to keep myself alive with. Graveborn Muse. For 2 and 2 black, you get a 3/3. At the beginning of your upkeep, you draw X cards and you lose X life, where X is the number of zombies you control. And there's something I've always wondered about this card, and I've never gotten a solid answer off of it. How is there a zombie spirit? How? Okay, you're human, you die. Your body can become a zombie. Your spirit leaves your body and becomes its own entity. So, how does something become a zombie spirit? Does a zombie die and its spirit comes alive? Does the zombie zombie and the spirit come together and become a creature? I don't know. I mean, if you have any answers down, you can send them down below in the comments below. But I'm kind of stumped on that one myself. And now we get into the support cards from Legions. We have Death Mark Prelate. For 3 and a black, you get a 2/3 Cleric. For 2 and a black, you can tap it, sacrifice a zombie. Another one of those, you can tap a sack of zombies. Any zombie. Destroy target non-zombie creature. So, if they're not playing zombies, they're not shit. It can't be regenerated once you destroy it, and it only happens as a sorcery ability. Infernal Caretaker. For 3 and a black, you get a Cleric for 2. That's a 2/2, and it has Morph. And whenever it's turned face up, return all zombie cards from all graveyards to their owner's hands. So for the low price of 7 mana, you can morph it onto the battlefield and then unmorph it to return all your zombie cards from your graveyards to your hand. That's interesting. That's almost as good as a Rise of the Dark Realms, but it all goes to your hand, so you got to make sure you want a lot of them in there. But that's going to be it for today, guys. I appreciate y'all stopping by and learning a little bit more today. If you want to get in contact with me, I am on the Twitter at mtgghouldude.twitter.com, whatever that is. You can leave a comment down below, and it's got this is the kind of content you like seeing and you want to see more, like and subscribe. And I will catch you guys on the next one.